I'm Adeline. On this channel, apparently, Madeline. I was struggling to come up with a good and interesting narrative to boast about my one and only hometown Kuantan to commemorate Malaysia's Independence Day. Until I quickly gave up the moment I realized that I'm as boring as the place I grew up in. This isn't really going to be a video for tourists to find secret golden places in Kuantan to visit because I've got nothing. Everything I'm about to mention here is the equivalent of an Asian who studies medicine because the only other option would be to be a disgrace to the family, aka mainstream. But I grew up in the mainstream, and it's mainstream for a reason. It's good. Things aren't bad just because they are mainstream. Just say. Here are 3 things I like about Kuantan.
Challenge. A reminder that will better care of you.
To start off, I want to apologize if the sound of the waves are really loud and annoying. It's music to my ears, but it might be like a muffled hungover person to yours. So let's get that out of the way first. Kuantan people are so proud of the beaches here, and I'm talking more proud than an Asian parent whose kid just got straight A's for 5 years in a row, and that's saying quite a bit. And I'm not any different. I'm a sucker for a shady spot under the trees at the beach with salt in my hair and sand on my skin. If I came alone, I could always read a book, write a book, take narcissistic Instagram pictures, or whatever the heck I wanted. Or if you're like my mom, you have eyes as sharp as star platinum and you spend all of your time collecting shells and keeping them in the house. And I mean many shells. If I came with friends or family, I knew I'd have a good time just by chilling, and I could take more narcissistic pictures with them instead. If you talk about beaches in Kuantan, the first thing that comes to mind is Teluk Cempedak. And that's understandable too. There's the whole package. You're telling me there's a beach and food within a 100-meter radius with ice cream? Take all of my money! But there are some beaches that I prefer just because there are less people and I have claimed as my own private property. For example, this beach is a beach at Davinci Resort. I remember years ago there weren't any stairs to climb on and you just have to monkey your way down, but it'd still be worth it. Even though this place is beautiful, there's a river called Kuantan River that leads to the sea and the trash leads here, which is honestly such a shame. The food in Kuantan is alright. I like it. You could say that about any part of Malaysia. You just have to know which places to go to and what to eat. Which can be very difficult if you have no idea how to do that, so sucks to be you guys. Hoi Yin's curry is the only place that sells curry that my spice intolerant self is actually able to enjoy consuming. Ban Hin's chicken rice is something I grew up eating. The lady who makes it has a daughter that went to my high school. She was my senior, and I always wanted to tell her, 你妈妈的盖饭真是好吃. But I never had the guts to say that to her. UK Lo has my favorite wonton noodles. A few others worth noting would be the banh mi from Aulin. If you're looking for any halal options, it would be Lili Wadi and Satizol. Finally, my favorite thing in Kuantan by far is the chendol from Chendol Air Putih. Anywhere else in the world, got nothing on this chendol. But each time I want to say that Kuantan has the best chendol in the entirety of Malaysia is when some jerk would come up to me, initiate World War III by saying that KL has the best chendol, and that's when I would realize that an opinion can be objectively wrong. I'm gonna be killed. Sungai Leming is a small town that's a ways away, and it's a really good place. I made a whole vlog about it, and you'll see that we hiked 45 minutes up on this hill to see the sunrise. That's pretty cool, but the one hill I would say that I'm more attached to would be Bukit Pelindung. Yes, I know it's barely a hill. Yes, it's basically like walking upwards. It's not that much of a climb. But you know which 17-year-old couldn't walk upwards for 30 minutes just because she was too physically unfit to do so? Definitely not me. Over the years, it got easier for me to climb the hill, especially after I realized that exercising was not just a social construct and it was legit. This place always reminded me that I could be stronger as long as I kept pushing forward. The easier it became, the more I felt like I could face the world. Growing up, I always wanted to leave Kuantan, yet the moment I left, I always wanted to come back. It's the sense of comfort and belonging that I would always miss each time I leave, and it never gets easier to leave. Looking back, I grew up in a wonderful, boring, peaceful place with pretty good friends. It doesn't change the fact though that it's not a permanent home anymore. But just like that stupid hill that made me so dizzy I wanted to throw up 5 years ago, I just had to take a break and eventually push forward. Happy Independence Day, Malaysia. I'm proud to say that I'm a Malaysian that grew up in the best town in the entire world.